Hello again. Welcome back, fellow travelers. This is Indara. We are on episode 17 of our No Man's Sky playthrough. Um, excuse me. This episode and probably the next two or three are going to be the expedition. Expedition 21 Remnant. So let's get into it.
Radiation protection falling.
Okay, so if you recall, I came into the real game. I came in where we left off on this planet. That we were on in the last episode. Because we are going to use this playthrough. We're going to use this character. So, most people, when they do the expedition, they start with a brand new character. They just start fresh. And there are some reasons too, and that's why I did the first time or two I played it, because I wanted to make sure bugs were ironed out so that there would not be any issues with my character. Let's see here. I do not have to empty out my inventory because my character will not have the large inventory slots. I won't have all my inventory slots. I don't have to empty out my stuff because nothing is going to come with me. Sorry, that was one of my alarms. So, I'm going to show you how to make a character. And if you decide to use your character, it's often good to wait a week or two into the expedition before using current playthrough that you invested time into, because there have been instances in the past where due to some players have lost their characters. But the expedition has been going for a little over a week now, and things seem to be stable. I use the current playthrough on my Xbox playthrough, which has only been out for a few days, less than a week. So, right here next to that guy, the guide for Twitch rewards and for other things, you know, to spend your Quicksilver when you earn it. So right there by that guy and by the Nexus, there's this other little terminal here. It's the expedition terminus. So to start using your existing character, I also won't have my staff, which makes me very sad. And on this expedition, you never leave the planet, so there won't be any getting of anything. So you don't put anything in here, nothing in technology, because you will not even leave the planet. So we are just going to go right into the expedition. And beginning the expedition will start a new journey and place you upon an unknown world. You may switch freely between your expedition and primary saves at any time. I've never tried to go back and forth like that. So I don't know what will happen if you do. You're welcome to try. I'm not going to.
Commencing Atlas System suit initialization.
So when I
Life
did
support systems
the
activated.
the live stream of the expedition,
Shield kinetic system
um
online.
I I used a new save because it was only
Aerial propulsion jetpack online.
what I think it was the first day it came out. No,
Multi-tool
I
and
tried
mining
playing it
laser
the first
attachment
day it came out.
operational.
I had some issues, but I actually did my
User
live stream, I
initialization
think, the
sequence
weekend
complete.
after it initially came out. So we're going to look at the expedition. I always go through and I look at every single one and see what the objectives are, because some things you will do before you get to that phase, and that is absolutely fine. So, the first thing, investigate the processing facility where you're going to register for industrial waste hauling. And it shows you the reward up here. You'll get cobalt ion batteries and life support gel. All important things. So there. After that, install the Gravitino coil where you get the recipe for the Gravitino coil when you finish this one. So some of them do build on the next one. So this is just installing the Gravitino coil. So in this one, you're going to test the Gravitino coil, which will give you the Colossus Geobay plans, the flatbed chassis module plans, which you need for the expedition. You're going to craft the Colossus for hauling. You're going to transport and process industrial waste. Then you're going to go to the first waste heap checkpoint. And then you're going to have to transport back and process 5 special industrial waste. So you have to have 5 when you get back here. So you need to grab as many as you can. I grab all the special industrial waste. And sometimes if I pass some just laying on the ground on the way back, I stop and pick it up and add it. So that will end phase 1. Phase 2, auto mechanics. You're going to design Colossus configurations. I have not figured that out yet. But the good thing is, all you have to do is go into it, click to do a configuration, and then exit without actually saving anything. I think what that is so that when you do a Colossus on any other world you're on, you can choose which configuration you want to use on that planet. The hauler, if you're going to be picking up industrial waste there, or the um, the regular Colossus, just for getting around and picking stuff up. So that's what you're going to do at the beginning of phase 2. The next is Big Dig Rig. Install an excavation blade, which you get the plans here. This gives you prepackaged Icarus fuel system units. Lay waste, excavate obstacles in the Colossus, 500. It goes really, really fast, so don't stress on that. Optional milestone. This one you can do or not. It's up to you. Inevitably, it's going to happen, so you'll end up doing it. Collide with fauna, the animals, in an exocraft. 8. So basically, you're going to run over 8 animals. And like I said, it's going to be inevitable anyway because some of these things are really hard to see when you're in the Colossus until it's too late and they're already under your wheels. Kind of like squirrels in Florida. They just dart out in front of you and you don't have any control. Weeds in the tires eliminate hazardous flora. You don't have to do that in the Colossus. You can start shooting at the hazardous flora even at the beginning. I often get this done before I even get the Colossus. Checkpoint 2, reach the second waste heap. And road trip 2, transport and process 5 special industrial waste. So next, motor optics. Install a Cyclops scope. When you finish this one, you get the Cyclops scope. All you have to do is install it. Scan a creature from an exocraft. Now, here's been my experience with that. Oftentimes, I get this even before I get the Colossus. It's a bug. It doesn't register that you're not in the Colossus. It still wants you to scan a creature from the exocraft. I do it even if I don't have any more creatures I need, even if I've got all 8 creatures, I'll still scan one, or at least attempt to scan one for the heck of it. Just so I feel like I've done it, even though I technically didn't. And that gives you an advanced laser unit so that you can start mining the large crystal structures, the dioxide, the sodium nitrate, I think it is, and the condensed carbon. Minecraft. Harvest resources from an exocraft. So basically, you're going to run over like rocks. Or you can shoot the rocks. Either one will get you there. Shooting, with the miner, with a mining beam, will get you more, so it'll get you there faster. But just driving around in the exocraft will get you there too. Visit a monolith. So you're going to find a monolith. Not hard to do with the exocraft. Road signs, chart waypoints. Every time you go to a site, like here, this is our depot. This is where we bring all of our stuff. Every one of these you find, even if you don't go any place else that has all of your checkpoints have one. There are 5 checkpoints. If if you do that for all 5 checkpoints um and your way station,
Thermal protection falling.
this. You do this one and all 5 of the waste depots, you have it. You'll get your 6. Reach the 3rd waste heap and transport and process 5 special industrial waste. The reason I tell you to pick up all there is because it's not in this one. I'll show you in the next. Or no, it is. Well, partly is, but it's mostly on the next one, so we'll get there. Petrology, discover 8 minerals. Collect gravitino balls, so you have to collect 32 gravitino balls. Keep in mind, you pick up gravitino balls, what happens? The sentinels come. Leading to the next one, eliminate 8 sentinels. Okay, not too bad. 8, we can do that. But then you have to reorientate 32 sentinels. This took me some time to figure out what I needed to do, and I will explain it when we get there. Defying gravity, launch 64 pieces of industrial waste. Again, not difficult to do. You'll be doing it all throughout the expedition anyway. Checkpoint 4, reach the 4th waste heap. And road trip 4, transport and process 5 special industrial waste. So 5 times 5 is only 25, so you're going to need to launch a lot more, and I will explain about launching when the time comes, which is going to be coming up fairly quickly. And this is not necessarily special industrial waste. There's a difference. There's the regular industrial waste, which is basically just garbage. And then there's the special industrial waste, and I'll explain it in a few minutes. So then on to the final phase, phase 5. Find all the creatures on the planet. Often I get this done very early. Toxicity, process toxic waste, 16 of them, which is why I said pick up everything, or well, not necessarily everything, all the special industrial waste, and that is what this is. It is some of the waste is like barrels or crates, and they have this marking if it's toxic waste. Purge radioactive waste, the same deal. It's special industrial waste that has this symbol on it. And volatile payload, dispose of explosive waste, same deal. In canisters or crates, and they have this symbol on them. So 16 of each. Mileage, travel by exocraft 50,000 U. If you use the exocraft, it's not a problem. And you have to use the exocraft to get the waste back too. Because some things, if you were to try and do it on foot, would take you 30 or 40 minutes on foot to get there. Even doing the little jump fly technique. It'll still take you 30 or 40 minutes to get there. In the exocraft, it'll take anywhere from 5 to 10, depending on where you're at when you head out. So 50,000 U's is not difficult by the end of the expedition. Reach the 5th waste dump and the 5th road trip. That's it. That's what's there. So you know what you gotta do now. You don't have to wait to start killing the sentinels or reorientating them. So for the first milestone, all we need to do is come over here once you find your location. And when you select, excuse me, that went down the wrong way. When you select that first marker, that first item to do, it puts the icon up. Follow the icon. So we're going to talk to it. Loster Major Pollutants Report. Industrial remnants significant. Waste widespread. Geosphere heavy. Hello user Endara 1964. Welcome to Loster Major Waste Hauling Registration. Field equipment available. Download Gravitino Coil Blueprint. Well, you need that, so absolutely download it. So it's telling me we need 3 magnetic resonators, 1 Gravitino ball, and 50 chromatic metal. So we're going to look. Let's go ahead and get. Go ahead and collect this because we're going to get cobalt and ion batteries and life support cells. All things that we So now we're going to go for this one. Install the gravity coil. So the Gravitino coil goes in your multi-tool. That there. Although there's really no point because we're not going to get any scanner upgrades, or at least it's not likely. At least not for your multi-tool. So we'll use that somewhere else. This down here, we're going to put the Gravitino. Alright, so we need 3 of these. To make these, you need, yes, I know I don't have 10. So magnetic resonators. We need magnetic ferrite, or magnetized ferrite and ionized cobalt. So we can use our personal refiner, and we get one at the very start of this expedition. We get a personal refiner. We're going to put that there, and we're going to put that there. This in the personal refiner. Now, we need 3 of them. Each one needs 40, so we need a total of 120. So we do not, oh, we don't have any fuel. So, hey, we're gonna have to go out here then. Bring in my PC. Okay, go out here and start mining some stuff. And just like with any other game, we're going to just mine everything we can. Oh, there's one of our creatures.
Received.
There are some birds, and usually it's the birds that give me that.
Units received.
It didn't this time. Okay. Maybe it's the last one. The last one automatically triggers that even if you don't have the exosuit yet. Because there are only 8, and once you get them all, they just give it to you. There's this little creature.
Units received.
Okay, so see, it gave me that one. Discovered a new species while driving, because I think I just got the last one. So we're gonna come down here. Yep, 6 out of 6. And you still go ahead and register, because before I leave here, I am going to plop down a base. So this will become one of our planets that we come to. Or, that we can come back to. And I found all creatures on the planet. So see, I haven't even mined my first, or, picked up my first resource. I've got all the things. So if you get all 6 early on, you don't have to worry about scanning creatures while driving, because... Okay, and I just got 3 of the minerals. Now, even though there was no point in putting anything up in the Space Anomaly, because normally that's what you would do, put some items that you think would come in real handy for the expedition. Things like your major items, such as oxygen, carbon, ferrite dust, dihydrogen, things like life support gel and ion batteries, things that come in handy having an abundance of. So if you've got a stockpile, which I usually do, you put them in those boxes in the Space Anomaly. So then when you get to the Space Anomaly during the expedition, you can pick up those items. Plus, if you have your favorite weapon ready, if you're carrying your favorite weapon, you can spend nanites to get a clone of your favorite weapon. So that's nice. And your favorite ship. So, like me, I have my Sentinel ship, which I don't have for this playthrough.
Units received.
But during most other expeditions, as long as that's the ship that you're currently flying, you can get a clone of it to use during the expedition. With the exception of like the Corvette expeditions where we got the ability to build the Corvette. That whole expedition was about building a Corvette and using it. So, you weren't allowed a regular starship because your starship was deemed unrepairable. So the way we got up to
Units received.
up to the planet was through a special teleport item that
Units received.
we got during the expedition. So now notice there's all kinds of salvageable scrap on the planet as well. And you know what? If you want to, you could, after you finish the expedition before you finalize it, you could run around, fill up your personal inventory with parts, and take them back with you. That's an option. I actually had picked some up during one of my favorites. I think it was on my Switch. I was picking them up, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not even going to get to at least I think we'll be able to. I'm trying to remember how that... I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? But that's the... Yeah, because usually you can, if you've picked up some really good stuff, you can put it in the Space Anomaly before you actually finalize the game to get when it puts you back into the regular game. I've done it in the past. I know that it's possible, but I don't know, being that we don't get to the Space Anomaly or well, I mean, once we finish the expedition, we find, you know, it gives us the location of our ship and we're then able to fix it, I believe. I didn't read that all out loud. So, we're already 30 minutes into our 2 hours episodes. So, this will take several episodes to complete. Because for one, I have to be sitting at my desk for work in 2 hours. I haven't even made my coffee this morning. Oxygen. Now we also need cobalt. There are 2 ways to get cobalt. So on the planet there are caves. There really are caves. They're just not quite so close. But on this planet, there is also cobalt. Security cache over there. Grab that. There are cobalt resources. Like there's a cobalt deposit over there. 357. That's not bad. But I'm gonna go over here and get that buried cache first. That should give us some nanites. See, I'm not highlighting it because I've got the other highlighted now, though. But it should show up here. Ah, there it is, buried cache. Oh, and it didn't give me... Okay, give me other stuff. Well, that's alright. Ooh, that is alright. We need that. That is going to give us at least give us the start of what we need in our chromatic metal.
Technology recharged.
So we're going to make this, turn this cobalt into ionized cobalt. That's only going to give us 20. We have to use 20 to make the green magnetic resonance. So, let's grab this oxygen right here. And then I say this is why I said oftentimes you have all of your hazardous plant kills before you get to the milestone. Now, the reason that doing the expeditions with your main character is this. This is why I prefer to do it with my main character. Everything you achieve equates back into nanites and units. So all the nanites and units you accrue during the expedition goes into your bank, so to speak, once you finish the expedition back on the Space Anomaly. Alright, so that node is done. We got 44, still not enough. So we need to find another one, or we need to find a cave. See, there's a salvage container right there. So in the end, you know, before we finish it, there's another buried cache there.
Thermal protection.
There we go. There's some nanite. We're going to need more emerald as well. There's a pyrite deposit. We will need that, and I will explain. There's an emerald up there. There's another cobalt, but it's 900 U away. Let's get these two first. We will need pyrite. And again, that I'll explain why when we get there. Just know that yes, we do need it. So it's one of the things that you want to go in line early on, because it's usually I need a gravitino ball too, but I'm not ready to do the sentinels yet. And trust me, when you grab your first gravitino ball, your best oh, come on, get up that darn hill. Your best option is to run. Oh, charge.
Technology recharged.
You don't have to grab these drafty things if you don't want to, but it's a lot of oxygen. That was 96 oxygen, just grabbing those three little things. So, alright. So, this is emerald. We are in a green system, a green sun system. So we don't have copper, we have emerald. But it's also refined. starting my day very early this time. It is only 3:30 when I started. Or no, it just turned to 4 o'clock. That's right. It just turned to 4 o'clock. I've got to be at work by 6:30. Luckily, I work from home, so I can go anywhere. I just end the episode and log in my other computer, my work. Some people mine their emerald or the copper or whatever very haphazardly. I try to get everything that I can. So I go fairly slow. Another reason you need cobalt is to make more ion batteries. You need them on this planet. Because it gets cold, very cold at night, like an ice planet, and very hot during, it can get very hot during the day, like a hot planet. Wow. Apparently there's still a lot of emeralds to be found here. There's all of those little red blocks. Hey, there's still emeralds here. And there are some that there is no getting all of it. It's just either used or it's just like one emerald left in that area, but you have to hit it just right. So I do the best I can. And I usually recharge my brain material with silicon powder. Because unless I need to make glass, I don't need it for anything. Okay. How many did we get? That was emerald. Oh, so we're up to 557, so we should be good there. So we got 122. We're still short. We still need more cobalt. But now, up here, there is a pyrite deposit there. Oh, I've already got it. I already had it marked. But alright. What is it? So we're gonna get the pyrite. And I know you're like, why are we mining pyrite? What is that? You'll find out. We may need another node because it doesn't look like it's very deposit, but if it's dense enough, we can get a lot of pyrite from it. We get enough pyrite from it It will probably.
Thermal protection falling.
Oh well, that's probably good enough. How much do we have? 100. I think that's gonna work. We'll find out. We'll pull this there. This here. No. Put this one here.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Okay. So let's put that in there. So we need to build this 50 chromatic metal, hence the emerald, 1 gravitino ball, which we still have to collect, and 3 magnetic resonators. So we need a total of 120 magnetized ferrite. And we're going to have to add another 13 to this. So we're going to grab, that'll work. Except that I don't like odd numbers. Because it takes 2 to make 1. So this will give us 124. We only need, or 122 rather. We only need 100, and I can stop it at 120 if I'm sitting here looking at it. Actually, I'm going to stop it for a moment. I'm going to hit this left button. Oops. Down to get it to an even 120. That way it'll stop and I don't have to. So we only need 120, so why have one of something in the soup inventory that I may not use for anything else? Well, that was dumb. I wanted the hydrogen and I actually destroyed some of it because of the gas. Hazardous flora. Yeah, and as usual, I don't have an advanced mining laser on my multi-tool, so I cannot harvest. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to grab 1 gravitino ball and we're going to run. And we're going to try and outrun the sentinels so that they stop looking. So we've got 30 seconds to evade the sentinels. Ooh, and look, we've got a cave down here. Caves are an easy place to hide from sentinels. Because, and they will go in caves, but if you make your own little side cave, Side cave on that. To hide in. They give up. Okay, while we are in this cave, well, one, we're going to grab that. Dang it! I just destroyed that too. I am not doing so good today. Okay, so this is another mineral, so scan it because you need so many minerals. And there's one that goes from the top and one that goes from the bottom. The ones hanging from the ceiling are different from the ones jutting up from the floor. Just so you know. I'm going to grab this cobalt. I don't pick any of these because we don't need any cave or marrow ball while we're in the expedition. So don't follow the inventory space. Because your suit inventory space is going we don't have any upgrades to our mining or our scanner, so we're not getting much, like 500 units per. But still, it's units that will carry over to your stage. So let's learn more about that. See what I mean about by the time you probably won't even get your exocraft before you get all of the hazardous flora, because I collect the oxygen from them before I shoot them. So I have no idea what the count is. Doesn't have, it'll whip out at you, and I don't like them. Or sometimes I don't even see them. Especially when you're on a planet that's got a lot of like tall grass or something, they're just hiding there. You have to watch for those little exclamation is when there's the little exclamation point symbol. Make sure that there's nothing hiding in the grass or anywhere near you. You don't have to run into it. Okay, so let's crack that open. So, we might be, oh no. You can do all your emeralds you want. I don't, because I never know when I might need emeralds or something else. So if I don't have to use emeralds, I don't. So I'm just doing so now it should be ready. Down here. So now we're going to go over to our multi-tool. We're going to put in the Gravitino ball and put in the chromatic metal. We still have to make our resonator. So I'm going to come here and make 3. And there we go. We have our Gravitino coil. That's done. So now we get significant frost and protection and a defensive upgrade. So let's see what that's all about. So that and that down, and it's a shield there. Okay, that is going to go there, and this is going to go here. That's it. Actually, no. So these, because they're part of the hazard protection, they all connect to each other. And you can tell by they have different, like these have the yellow ring around them, this does not. Right up there. Alright. Our starship, we don't know where it is right now, because it does not show up on our scope even until later. So I try to go back and find our waste processor and do this next step. Since we're here, I know it does an autosave every so many minutes, but I just like to put down my own. Every time I come near a way station, down your own. Alright, so we are going to test out our Gravitino gun here. Gravitino coil. So, if you have it, you cycle through until up in the upper right-hand corner, see it says mining beam, now it's terrain manipulator, and now it's Gravitino coil. So now you just point at a piece of industrial waste, and you click on the left bumper button on your controller. I cannot tell you, unfortunately, what the I can't tell you what the keyboard controls are. I do not play the keyboard. I tried a couple of times to play No Man's Sky with the keyboard. So what I'm doing is I'm just gathering up all of this loose industrial waste and bringing it to inside this square. This is our waste station. This is where they evaluate what we've got and tell us what we're going to get for it. So we're going to just pull all of this together right now. There are some tires over here. We don't have to be all that close. See, I'm way over here. There we go. And still able to grab those tires. going to go interact with the way station again. So it says analyzing waste on valuation scale. Fee payable after auto collect 140 units. We can do auto collect. All you will get is units. That's it. Whereas, now, I don't know, let's see, how many units? I've got 15 paid right now. So we're going to pick up one of these. We are going to launch it into this. This is for regular industrial scrap, which all of this is. In order to launch it, you line up that white circle, the darker white circle, with the opening. If you're close enough, I want to get a little closer. You hit the right trigger button. So we got 15 nanites, and oh, we don't get the. Why do I think we got the rusted metal? So I've got apparently 14 pieces of scrap here. You get 10 each. You can do auto, but if you take the time to launch them, and it's so much fun. Get proficient at it. So I created a magnetic field by launching that stuff in. And that's all we wanted to do for this milestone is test out the Gravitino coil. So just practice it, get pretty proficient. And so that you know it's 5 o'clock. I've got one more hour before I have to start thinking about, and we've got pirates, somebody shooting. Yeah, see? The pirate was going to attack our coast here, but the merchants are taking on the pirates, keeping them busy for us. So thank you. Now sometimes, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sometimes there won't be a merchant around to take them on and keep them from attacking you. You will get shot at and you will take damage. In which case, run. That is about the only option, is run. So if you realize that, oh shoot, I'm getting shot from the air, I'm taking damage here, just drop everything and run. And once you get your Colossus, especially the Colossus full of stuff, just run. If it's empty, stay in your Colossus and run. I think we've got all of that. So now my amount didn't change. I did get 43 rusted metal, which doesn't compute, so I think that's still a bug that needs to work out. Anyway, I just think it's fun to shoot them. So we're going to come over here and we're going to grab this, and this is going to give us the plans for our Colossus Geobay. So now, and the flatbed. Now we can build our Colossus. We're going to come over here, and if you push the right or the up button on the D-pad of your controller, go to Colossus Geobay. Now it's telling us we need 5 metal plating, shouldn't be a problem. 2 ion batteries, we have those. 25 paraffinium. Okay, so wait a minute. We are on a desert planet. There is pyrite. Where the heck do we get paraffinium? And this stumped me for the longest time. And I actually was watching a live stream at the time of one of the other creators that I watch, Jason Plays. So I threw it in the question, and I'm like, okay, I'm stumped. How the heck do I get paraffinium on a desert planet? And they gave me the clue. Click on this. Do the, I think it's Y. Let me see. Oh, do this. Go back here. To pin the details, hold down the RS, the right stick, hold it down. So then it becomes here. It says refine paraffinium. It's like, wait a minute, refine? How do you make paraffinium? It says paraffinium is rare in desert environments, but can be refined from other terrain elements. Ferrite dust and pyrite in the exosuit Personal Refiner Mark II produces paraffinium. Oh, I did not know that. Now, is that just for the expedition? Or is that something that I could do anytime? I don't know, but I might try it. So I need 50 ferrite dust because we need, or do we need 25? Hold on, how much do we need? Oh, we only need 25. Okay, so that should be fine. And we're going to take our pyrite and put it up there. Now, I'm going to stop processing for a minute because I'm going to limit how much I make. We only need 25. So that's all I'm going to make, 25. There. Put that back in my suit. And throw that in my suit. Now, we need 5 metal plating. 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. So that, and that, and 2 ion batteries. Give us our Colossus geobag. So we're going to set that down right here. Now, we're going to go to exocraft modifications, and that's to summon it, and we're going to modifications. Chassis. That's where our flatbed is, so we're going to put that there. And I'm going to change the running gear and give me the front tricks. And why not? I'm going to paint it. There's not a milestone for this part, but so I'm going to exit, and yes, I'm going to apply the color changes. And there is our Colossus. There we go. I have never really used the Colossus. I didn't really like the Colossus. To me, it was clunky and bulky and big. But I tell you, this expedition, it's made me realize how useful it could be in some circumstances to get from one place to another really quickly. Oh, excuse me. God, my mouth is so dry today. Okay, so there's our exocraft. You can see a beauty. Engine, I'm putting down here. Mining craft laser, I'm putting here. I think. We'll see. I might move it, but for now, that's where it goes. So, we're going to come over here and get our reward. Here we go. Now we get pre-packaged exocraft booster unit and engine upgrades. So, I'm gonna use these. to the exocraft, so I can just do them from there. That way I don't have to go back and forth. So there is our prepackaged booster engine. I'm just going to put it down here. And, I mean, there's C modules, but you know what? It's what we've got right now. So it's fine. Use them. Because those, it gives you a boost in speed. Well, both of these were for speed. Sometimes it's for minimizing the how fast you use the fuel. So there's our Colossus. Now, before we leave here, we're going to jump out. We're going to pick this up. We're going to disassemble this. So we're going to go to this screen again. You hit up on the D-pad. We're going to hit the X button if you're on Xbox. I can't tell you for PlayStation or Switch. I think it's the Y place button for Switch. Because the buttons are reversed. And then you're going to hit the left trigger. That puts all the stuff that it takes to build it back in your inventory. Back in... Why? Okay, I had to get out of that. So, now if we go over here to our inventory, there's our paraffinium, and I'm going to put it here. Here are our metal plating. I'm going to put them down there. And you want to make sure you keep 2-ion batteries, because if you're out and about, if you want to call in your geobay, if you're out and about on foot, you call in your geobay. Ooh, there's a landed pilot. They might have something. And the landed pilots are good because you can go to them and sell them any of the items that you've got from the expedition that you don't need. And there will be stuff. So offer to trade. So he's just got different things. He does have a mining beam. He's got a suspicious scanner module. We could buy that. That'll boost our scanner for anything else we need to scan. Movement module. I like movement modules.
Received.
Okay. We don't need any of this other bolt caster might come in handy, so you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Okay. So thank you. Say thank you. We could trade him, or we could sell him, sell the gold and the silver, because we don't need it for this playthrough. As you get more stuff, some of the things you get in the during the expedition, you'll get a supply of different cakes. Those have some monetary value behind them, let me tell you. You can sell those to these traders. There is one where you get 3 salvage containers and 3 relics or something. You can sell those relics. There's just stuff that it's like, you know what, I won't need this, I won't need this, I won't need this. Sell it. Sell them. Make room in your inventory for other things. But for now, I got some modules that might come in handy. So what's this one? Oh yeah, fauna and flora rewards. It's not great, but it's better than what I've got, so I'm going to put that one on there. And then I got 2 movement. Oops. Can't go there because it has to touch. I probably should have got a 3rd movement. And this one's not too bad. This one's not as good. But this one's actually not too bad. So, you know what? Let's move that bee out of there because that bee Well, that B is okay, but this is better. Jetpack tank's 230. That's only 25.
Thermal
It doesn't
protection
have sprint
falling.
distance. Recharge rate is 17 versus 11 on that one, and sprint recovery time is not on that one. But I've got fuel efficiency, so that would be good. So we'll move that one over there. And then we got a bolt caster. So when we do go up against sentinels, we've got a little extra there. Oh, he's still here. You know what? Let's see if I've got enough to buy that other movement. I don't. Alright. That's alright. I can't buy anything else, so we're leaving. Because I don't really want to sell it. Let's get that going. And that going. We do have... I don't know if we've got enough to make... Oh, we do. I could make 9 more, so make them. Because you're ready to prepare minis. Okay, so let's go back to our expedition. So, Tripper, it says load the Colossus flatbed with 3 items, and it can be any. It's not special. And you know what? I didn't think about this. I should have just done what I had to do to get that magnetic field generated. And then I could have just moved my flatbed over here, put the stuff in the flatbed, and then dumped it. The stuff that we picked up around here. So, before we head out, I am going to drop another save point, just in case. I'd like to try and get at least this first leg done before I have to shut down the episode for the 2-hour mark. So we've only got another 45 minutes to go. So, now we can run into some of this stuff. You don't have to worry about going around it. But you don't get anything for it yet. Sometimes it's easier to go through than around. Now, we've got our mining beam, so we don't have the advanced one yet for our Colossus, but we don't need the advanced to get the little red ones. Now once you get that that excavating tool on the front, you can just run over stuff and it will give you resources, but you get more if you just shoot them. So I'm going to shoot. If you don't want to get out to do the hazard, you can just shoot them from your Colossus. Grab some more hydrogen. We are going to need to make more hydrogen gel. Now the thing is, the one on the Colossus does not overheat like your handheld does. I was able to do all of those. So we're out here, we're looking for industrial waste. That's what we're looking for. I'm getting sidetracked, but this is stuff that I use. And it's stuff that potentially I should be able to take back with me, so I'm going to grab all I can. I can't get that one yet, so we're just going to leave that one there. So there's a, if you look up at the top up at our compass, there's a green barrel up there. That means there's industrial. So we're going to stop and get out. We're going to grab these with our Gravitino coil and drop it in the bed of the now sometimes buried in all of the industrial waste. There might be pieces of special industrial waste. The explosive, radioactive, or the toxic. So you want to pick those up whenever you find them. So, we got 4 pieces. We only needed 3. Be careful driving once you've got items in your flatbed because, well, if you hit a hole and drop into a cave, you're likely to lose at least some of it, if not all of it. Now, you might be able to go down and retrieve it, but then you also have to get your Colossus out, which is why I said make sure to disassemble your geobay for your Colossus. Oh, there it is. So that, and there we go. There, I eliminated 20 hazard explorer, most of them before I got my. Because as you're bumping around, things will fly out. You want to try and move as few things as possible, especially when you get to where you have your special industrial. You don't want to lose any of that. And I just dump it. Welcome back, Holler and Dara 4, analyzing waste. I get 40, so 10 per. So I'm gonna leave. Now the thing is, it didn't give me the thing. Hold on. And process industrial. Oh, maybe I have to process for. Okay. Played through this expedition in full twice. Working on the Xbox right now. So I did it once in the live stream on the PC, and then I did it once on my and I processed. So I'm wondering if I have to keep it in the thing until after I've done the, okay. So we'll go out and find 3 more. Okay, I think that's it. It says insufficient load detected. There was nothing in the trailer. Alright. So it looks like straight ahead there's some industrial waste. Straight ahead. Here. Oh, right there. That's the thing. Industrial waste tend to not be able to run over. Well, you can run over it. It's very bumpy. Now, this has a piece of special industrial waste. That's that. That's special industrial waste. And since we have 16 total anyway, grab it. I can do that. It still counts as waste. And so, again, we only needed 3. We got 4, counting the industrial or the special. Back up the hill. Notice how things slide around. Alright, so now I'm not going to dump it until I do this. Welcome back, Holler and Dara 1964, analyzing waste on valuation scale. Fee payable after auto collect 40 units. I'm going to leave. Or maybe, maybe I have to. You know what? I'm going to take this one out. I've still got 3 in there, and I'm going to shoot that into there to get it, to let it count as one of my radioactive. So, and I still got the 10, but look, I also got 80 uranium. Alright. I think this one, it wants us to do autocollect. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Payment expense. There we go. That's what I needed to do. Ah, there it is. I was going to say, wait a minute, it's still in there. Is that a glitch? No, it got it. Okay. So, now I have some uranium. I could sell the uranium at the next person that lands. Okay, amplified radar, prepackaged radar, times 3. That's going to go in the Colossus. Oh, now I have the Colossus, so all the stuff that I don't need for my regular, that I'll be picking up a lot, all of this can go in there. This can go in there to be flying. I want to keep these items because I need to have these in my inventory to build the geobay to call in my Colossus. We're going to come over here. Put that next to there. It just allows for additional, so that our radar can detect different types of buildings. Now, one of those types of buildings, if you noticed, was a drop pod. So it's like, hey, our Colossus right now is empty. Let's see how close the drop pod is. Because, hey, why not get another thing? So the drop pod is 3 minutes away. Yeah, let's go ahead and drive over there. We can go at top speed because we don't have anything in our flatbed. So we are just going to look at I purposely ran over that one just to show you. But yeah, I mean, you'll be doing like those little round balls. Sometimes you don't realize they're there until you're already on top of them. And those ones that that jump out of the ground and fly for a few moments and then land again, those will fly right over the field every time. It's like those are like squirrels in Florida. They have suicidal deaths. Yes. See? That one there. Now sometimes if I happen to see them coming, I can avoid them. See, there's some more industrial waste. If there was any special industrial waste, I'd stop and pick up the special bits of it. So we're just going to keep going to our drop pod. Now my experience is, and see, roadkill, and I wasn't really even paying attention to it. I just, they pop up right in front of me. We'll get some of those other milestones when I get there. Really do want to get, this one. Okay, I can see it from here. There is a red special. So, I'm going to pick this one up and get it in the trailer. You know, more than likely, our first thing is going to be past. We're going to be going back by our way station. I call it the way station because I can never remember exactly processing plant. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that other stuff too. Because for one, sometimes it will help buffer, it will help hold other things down. And if something bounces out, it's more likely to be the junk than the good stuff. Although the good stuff does dry out, don't get me wrong. So now we have to be a little more careful in our driving. And I think, did we get the, no we didn't yet, okay. See, we went over this cactus, and I think it gives us just like one or two carbon for that. And doesn't look like it gave me anything. Oh, that's because we don't have our scoop yet. We don't have our digger, our excavator. Alright, so we're gonna go around here to where it's not quite as steep. Now, what is one thing that all drop pods have? A waypoint. So definitely going to grab that waypoint because that counts towards our waypoint. So now if we go, if we go here to our waypoints, we're up to 2. Our processing plant and this one. Now, we need to make antimatter housing. We need more ferrite dust. Well, I just refined some. I don't think it's enough. But ferrite dust, easy enough. Thought I had plenty, but grab a few of these. Okay, so we've got about 30. We actually, I have until 6:15. I could, so we could go 15 minutes over if we need to, and we might, because I took this detour. So, let's see, I should be able to make that now, yes. And I need a nanotube. Go. And do I have, I do not, so we need to put this in the refiner. I think we only need like 10. We'll go ahead and refine all of it. I think we'll be alright. We definitely need 6%. So that, and this. There we go. It's the same thing as off the expedition. So I am, because we're not going to get much up top, I am going to put it in our basic inventory. Normally I would put it in, for the most part, technologies, but we're not going to get much more in the way of technologies unless we can run into a lot of landed pilots, and we have accumulated some nanites. So, that's looking good. Now, the thing is, and I tried this, and I don't know unless that was a glitch and they fixed it, but I don't think so. You go here and look for a drop pod again. Drop pod detected. It's detecting the same one. Oh wait, no, this is giving me a different one. Also 3 minutes away. Okay, well, you know what? I always seem to be hurting for inventory slots. So you know what? Oh, I'm running over. Sometimes the best way to get your vehicle to stop, especially if it's on a downhill grade, is to jump out of it. back to our way station at some point. So we're already 3 minutes away. We're going to be another 3 minutes away. When I tried this on my Switch, it just kept giving me the same one. I guess on that playthrough, because the location of these things apparently is, for the most part, random. Man, this is a lot bumpier than I expected. And see, I lost one of my junk pieces. That's okay. I'm just going to pick it up. If I can get enough junk up on here to hold down my good stuff, then if junk flies out, I don't necessarily have to stop to pick it up. I mean, even if it's the special industrial, you're not required to stop and pick it up. That's entirely your option. I do. Watch the holes. They're harder to see at night. I wish that headlight was stronger. It would give you more of a view. I don't know. Even if you have to do it like, okay, we have to buy upgrades to improve. There's some more industrial waste. Why not get as much as sometimes when something is bouncing down the hill, you're fast enough, you can grab it, and especially when you have candy when it's barrels of special. Or no, it's right here. Oh, this is the one that I saw originally that I was stopping to get. Well, for some reason, that tire went dug deeper down into the ground. So, it's not even showing. Oh well. Sometimes that'll happen on some of these. I probably would have been better served to have picked up all that stuff after I got the drop pods when I was on my way back to my processing point anyway. But it is what it is, I didn't, so I have to do it. Keep in mind too, the special industrial waste. If it gets bounced around too much, it'll start taking damage, and when it takes enough damage, it will, the explosive will blow up. Grab these, because where there is machinery, where there is this damaged machinery, there is, and it's underneath my, oh, maybe it's far enough away. Very technology. Again, we can't use it until we can leave the planet, but it's one of those things you can put in the Space Anomaly to transfer to save your game. Going downhill, it pays to go as slowly as are going to need to recharge our
Warning. Threat detected.
yeah. And hopefully there are some merchants around. Bug is not fixed yet. Okay, hopefully I've got everything I need to make
Temperature levels
that
stabilizing.
and that. Let's get this quick and get headed back.
Technology repaired.
Now after so many passes they do tend to give up, they do tend to go away. But alright. So we are going around. Let's get oriented, right? Get out. We find a waypoint. There it is. 14 minutes away. So I may not quite get to the end of the first tier. Most of the rest of the game is pretty much focusing on the things that you need to do for the expedition. There's some more. Don't see any special in it. Whoa. That's wrong. Yeah, there's no special. And I've already got my team pretty full, so I'm going to not bother with that. And sometimes it's just now those trees there you cannot plow through. They will stop you dead. I saw that drop. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's a little less dropping. Oh, no. We can run over it, but we don't get any cobalt from it because we still don't have the excavation blade. Okay. Gotta remember that. Don't have that yet. Okay, so it says it's straight ahead, but going through these gullies like this, you gotta be on the lookout for holes because they can implode. See, there's a big one right there, right in front of us, taking up the whole thing. So we're gonna have to go kind of like up the side. As you fall in the hole, you likely are to lose a lot of the stuff that you do. And they're right down into that hole, and that has a deep enough slant and you keep going. Oh, so actually it says I'm 3 minutes away. Okay, so we do have a boost. So if you want a little boost of speed, you can push your left bumper button on your controller if you're using an Xbox controller on the Xbox or the PC. And that's what I've got. I've got an Xbox controller that I'm using with my PC. I can't tell you about any other controllers. I mean, I have played it on the Switch, but it gets complicated because I configured my A and B buttons. So my A button is in the same position as it is now on my Xbox, but it says B, but it isn't A. But the XY are still reversed. So you don't have the option to change it. I don't think I've been to that one. We're going to see. No, because the buried technology module is buried. Supposed to be buried. But in this case, the land goes down, but it's treating it as if it was a flat surface, not a downwards. About 30 minutes before I absolutely have to stop. Or I absolutely have to end this. So I might be okay. And keep in mind, we've completed other milestones that just aren't part of the first phase. And generally, I tend to wait because why fill up my inventory with a bunch of stuff that I don't need? Yeah, some of them might be, and sometimes I will go through and say, okay, well, if I turn this in, what's it going to get? So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to dump our load here. Now, you don't necessarily need to come here every time. Analyzing waste on valuation scale. Fee payable after auto collect 50. Is that all? Sort materials manually for additional payment. So that's what we're going to dump it. How many pieces did I have in there? I had more than 5. So I think for this stuff here, you only get like 5 nanites. This you get 10. This one. So we're going to just shoot that one in there. And it's too far away. You have to be within a certain range for it. Otherwise you lose momentum and then we're going to shoot stuff and it's too far away. Basically, come right to the edge of bumper, right trigger. Is that it? Is that the last piece? I think that's it. We're done. And that wasn't for any of the milestones or anything. So now we're going to head to our checkpoint 1, our first waste heap. Now, find the location. You're going to get in your Colossus. Get into an open area here. You're going to push up on the D-pad, or I'm sorry, down on the D-pad, and then right on the D-pad to get to our radar. And then you're going to click right till you find waste heap. And then it puts the rendezvous marker. So that's where we're headed. It's 5 minutes away in our Colossus. So let's head that direction. Our Colossus is empty, at least the cargo. So we can just go right over the terrain and not worry about it. Now, on the way to and from, I do look at what is in the pile of industrial waste. Because sometimes there could be some, see how it just topples down the hill? Sometimes there could be some special industrial waste. Now, I'm not seeing it in this one. Check the rest of this out over here. No. So this is all just junk. So I'm not going to worry about it. We don't really need junk. We need the special kind of waste. And those are the ones that topple down the hill. So we're keep heading towards our waypoint. Go ahead and get the words when you can, because the more words you find, the more rewards you get at the end. It counts towards your count and all of that. It compensates. Okay, so now here's another industrial waste pile, and look here, there's a special one right on top. So we're going to grab that special one and put it in our thing. Because it's the special ones, absolutely, that we need at this point. Although we still need to shoot 64 pieces of industrial waste with our foil to launch it. So just keep that in mind. Now over time, the regular industrial waste will respawn at your processing plant, which is a good thing, because then you can gather that, you can get those pieces and launch them into the recycler, and that helps towards, the count that you launch those items. Okay, so there's another one. There's an explosive one. So we're going to get out. Now, if you're going downhill and you want to stop your Colossus, pulling back on the left joystick, which is what you use to go, you move forward and backward with your left joystick, but you turn with your right. So it takes a combination of the two working together. So, and it takes some practice. It does. I've kind of got the hang of it, although even now sometimes I have trouble steering adequately enough to where I need to be. See, right now we're right on top of some solid scrap, and I could stop and we could get it. It would just be at my Colossus flatbed. Actually, I think it's still ahead. Oh, there it is. No, I am right on top of it. So here. That was it. Oh. And we've got another pirate, sounds like, yeah. So I'm going to, that stuff that I just got, I'm going to throw in the closet. So I got a, what is this? Sublight Thruster, Ambassador class. Which I don't know the different classes, so I don't know if that's good or not. And a Speedbird Dome section. And hydraulic legs, Corvette landing gear. Hey, that might be kind of cool. So hopefully I will be able to bring that back with me. Remember, that's all up in the air. I don't know how we're going to do this because we don't have a ship right now. So I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and start refining this. Oh, it switched the thing from the expedition, so we need to hit that again. Back to that, get our checkpoint, there it is. Try not to roll over those gravitational balls, especially if you have anything in your flatbed. You see, I'm going very gingerly, I'm going very carefully, because I don't want to lose what's in my flatbed. If it was empty, yeah, I'd just be barreling through. But it's not. So I can switch stuff up. But yeah, if you want to pick up Corvette parts, or you know, hope to pick up Corvette parts, do it at the very end. After you've done all the milestones, before you take the last step to get your the final reward, that would be when you would want to take the time to do that kind of stuff. And it doesn't hurt, because later in the game you will get the base computer. Slap down a base computer. Why the heck not? Be able to come back. Okay, so First thing, find the waypoint. There it is. And tag it because they count. And you don't want to be at the very end, one waypoint short, and you're like, oh, okay, how am I going to find another waypoint? One of the ones that I missed. How am I going to get back to those? I don't believe you can. And for some reason, these I can't get. And that is a bug. There are still bugs. So we are going to just start picking up this stuff here with our we need at least 5. I grab all of them I can find. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move it a little bit closer because I've got 15 minutes. So if we don't quite finish, it'll be finished on the next expedition. For the next episode. Well, we probably won't finish it. It's going to take us 2 or 3 episodes to do the end. Sometimes that happens. You just grab it and it just flies at you. Now sometimes there are these little buckets here, these little containers. They count as special waste. It pays to pay it up. Just grab all we can and then hopefully roll back.
Thermal protection falling. Sometimes you so that's when you point to some of the regular stuff and you push the left, or I'm sorry, the right trigger, and it moves things around a little bit, unstacks some stuff so you can see what's under it. This is all just regular, and you know what, I'm going to pick up a few of these pieces and kind of like put in and around some of this other stuff. See if it'll help to hold something in better. And then if something jumps out, if something does get out of the bed, hopefully it'll be one of these jump pieces instead of So we're going to come over here, we're going to collect this. This gives us engine upgrades. and a prepackaged grip boost suspension unit. So we're going to go here, another engine module, and that one gives us minus 2% fuel usage. It might be worth more than the top speed at this point. Don't know. And then put that down there. And then everything is good there. Let's move this over. Add that to it. Pop that off.
Technology recharged.
Okay, so now, because we've selected this, it's going to give us a marker back to our waste processing facility. And sometimes the most direct route is not the best, but we're going to go for it. See what happens. We can avoid any holes. Now, of course, it would turn dark as we're starting our trek back. I'm trying not to run over anything because I don't want it to get back. I don't think there's any special around it. No, it's all just junk. Alright. Just wanted to make sure. Just gotta kind of watch the terrain. Make sure a shadow is just a shadow and not a hole in the ground. That's the point. Oh, that's the plan. Never mind. I know I need to look for green barrel.
Required.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add fuel here soon. Unless we get our upgrade that recharges. Just like with our spaceship, we get that auto charger upgrade. And during daylight hours, it charges itself. So you don't ever have to use fuel again. Hit that boost a little bit. That hill. Just slow and steady to get there without losing anything. And if you look down at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see it says cargo aboard. That means there are 27 pieces of industrial waste in our cargo bed at this point in time. So if we get there and there's still 27 pieces, that means we did not leave the bed. And I'm always keeping an eye out on my cargo as well as the road. Because if things shift or bounce like that, I want to make sure I've still got 27 pieces right here. Especially when I know it is all special industrial cargo and there's a hole there, so be careful. And there's one there. And one there. especially if I know that all my cargo is special industrial, I don't want to lose anything. If something bounces out, I'm going to be getting out and trying to run it down. Grab it before it goes to
Thermal protection.
that's not a okay. Just want to make sure it's not a hole in the ground. Just a shadow. Or just the color of the rain. Get our boost a little bit. A little help getting up the hill.
Required.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, what do I need fuel-wise for this thing? Oh, okay. Well, we use some of that oxygen we've been collecting. That only gave me. Whoa! Did that use all my oxygen? No. So why did it only get me to 48%? I don't get that. That needs to go in the other. Remove that. There we go. Okay. That was weird. I might take some time to get it. So you have to wait for the boost to recharge before you do it again. And that shows you the same thing at the bottom right hand corner. Right there, it's over the make it 5 minutes because I have to go get logged in. I mean, I'll have a few more minutes after I log in. I mean, I'll have until 6:30. There you go. A little bit more over our time. We're already over 2 hours. This is a tricky point. That was actually very smooth. You can see our processing plant right down below. Just gotta be careful now not to lose anything. We're in the last, we're at the end. The last leg of it. So usually when I get back to my waypoint, I come over here, jump out, do a save, just in case, and then, we're not 27, drive around this pile of junk, give me a straight shot. But now we have to get all this stuff sorted, and I see the stuff respawn while we were gone. And you could go ahead and move some of this stuff over, just so that inside the way. I usually don't worry too much about putting it inside.
Stabilizing.
Special cargo detected. Sort materials manually for maximum payment. So when there's special materials, it'll often deactivate the auto collect. So we're gonna leave. because that's what we want to do. We want to sort it to the main key. There we go. Now I can dump my cargo. And I'm going to start shooting to the right recycler. That one, the red one, goes in the red recycler. The yellow one, well, these are kind of harder to see. It's all based on the symbol. See, it's got that little symbol next to it. That's the toxic symbol. It goes there. Now, there is a ladder that you can go up, or a ramp that you can go up to get to the top, but you can just point it kind of up in that direction and hit the trigger. It'll usually go up. It takes a little practice to get that to line up just right. So, you might want to practice with jump. Now, if you put anything in the wrong place, like if I were to shoot, in fact, I can show you. Okay, yes, I finished phase 1. I got it. So if I were, well, that actually is a toxic. As long as you see that purple splash, you're good. But if you put something in there that doesn't belong, see, it says deposit rejected, incorrect material type. So it didn't like that. So I'm going to need I'm going to pause that for 1 second while I come over here and bring the computer up. I don't clock in until 6:30, but I just want to get logged in because it takes a moment for the computer to come up. Ah, what did I do? There we go. Okay. We've got like 13 minutes left, something like that. And we can go ahead and finalize this. So we got assorted glitches. So yeah, not real useful. It's just stuff for a base if you want to put stuff down like this one. Oh, and that we can move over. So let's see if we can get all this stuff sorted and deposited before I have to shut down. There. And yeah, so yeah, you can grab this stuff and throw it in there. Meld 64 magnetic waste objects. We're done with that. So you don't have to do any more of the odd stuff. So that one's toxic. Goes in there. Since these are here, I'm gonna go ahead and decide it's fun. So while I'm doing this, I hope you enjoyed the first phase of the expedition today. And hopefully I was able to inform you on a few things to make your life a little easier than I had it when I was trying to figure it out. Like, how the heck do you get paraffinium on a desert planet? But there you go. So now you know. So, if you did enjoy the episode, if you would please give it a like, I would really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It does not cost a thing, and it really does help the channel grow. Also, hit that notification bell. I put out episodes every single day, playing several different games, and I'm getting ready to start 2 new projects. Hopefully to start being available for you to watch March 1st. I'm going to start a Witcher 3 playthrough, and I'm going to start a Mass Effect playthrough. Now, Mass Effect, I am going to be starting with Game 1. I've never played it all the way through. Played bits and pieces of it with my son, but I've never played it all the way through myself. So then when we get 1 done, we'll move right into 2, then 3, and then into Andromeda. Witcher, I'm starting with Witcher 3 because it's the only one I've ever played. I have never done the first 2 games. Eventually, I may go back and do the first 2 games, but I want to start with Witcher 3, which is what I'm familiar with, what I'm looking for. So that, I'm hoping to be able to set it up where I'm ready to start that by 1st of March. We'll see. So don't forget, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I put out a new video. So, this is Indara saying have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, depending on where you're at. Take care of yourself, hold your loved ones close, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now. I forgot to grab that. Okay, so that's where we're starting next time.